It'd be nice if you could see my shirt. Get it? Okay. Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Vlogmas episode. I got a new toy for Chubby. It's this little ropey panda and he's already tearing it apart after a few minutes. Hopefully that'll keep him busy so I can talk to you in peace. Today is just like a sit down talk video. You know, like I told you, I can't do vlogs every single day because my life is not that interesting and I don't have that much to share. Honestly, I do the same thing every day. I sit on the couch and study, and sit at the desk and study, and go to Starbucks and study. That's all I do. I have an exam soon. Okay, enough ranting. I'm sorry. You should probably not drink that much coffee. So in this video, I kind of want to talk about Christmas because I'm going to be doing something a little bit different this year, and I thought I would just share a little bit of the reasons behind that, and maybe that can inspire you or help you in any kind of way. I don't know. So this year, if you read the title, you know that my family and I decided not to do gifts. So we're not going to be giving gifts to each other. We're still going to gather. We're still going to have a Christmas dinner. We're still going to see each other. And yeah, but we won't be exchanging gifts in any sort of way. And it was mainly my idea. I think part of it was because I became more minimalist this year. I know it doesn't really show when you look at my apartment, honestly. I'm like very early in my journey. I do feel like I have too much stuff and I definitely want to get rid of more stuff, but yeah, because I'm becoming more minimalist and stuff, I really didn't see the purpose in like giving gifts, at least for my family, because what happens is it's kind of complicated to give gifts in my family to begin with, because we don't have a lot of money, so it's kind of difficult for us to get gifts. And honestly, through the years, I've gotten a lot of useless random stuff that I don't need, and I don't want to get that stuff anymore, and I don't want to tell them like, I don't want you to buy me things, you know, like that's just mean. Even for the last few years, my grandma's getting pretty old, and like she can't really go out anymore, so she just puts cash in the envelope, you know, so it's not like we don't even have gifts to unwrap or anything. We just get money, and it just seems kind of silly to me because I don't see my grandparents to get money, you know, and I only see them like once or twice a year, so I don't want this to be like her giving me a check. That just doesn't seem right to me. Like I can provide for myself. So this year, like I told my mom, because my sister was already saying like she had a lot of financial trouble, like last minute emergencies and stuff, so she doesn't have that much money. So she was like, I don't think I can do gifts this year. I'll just like cook for everyone and that'll be my gift. And like my mom has always struggled like getting enough money to give gifts to everybody because it's really expensive. And then like I said, like my grandma can't really go out and buy gifts, and like that's pretty much the extent of our family. It's my grandparents, my mom, my sister, my uncle, my mom's brother, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, most people can't really get gifts and can't really make gifts happen. And meanwhile, like I could afford gifts, but I don't. Like last year, I bought nice things for everybody because it was the first year I could really do nice gifts. And I felt kind of guilty because I knew that my gifts cost more money than the rest of the gifts that I received. And I knew it made my parents feel uncomfortable, you know, like I knew. And I don't want Christmas to be about that. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable that I can give them nice things. And I don't want, like I don't want to be deceived because of the things that I get. And honestly, I feel like I could be grateful for whatever I get because I don't expect anything. But at the same time, it's just unnecessary stress, unnecessary weight on the shoulders of everybody. And like my grandma gets really stressed out at Christmas time because she feels bad that she can get us like actual physical gifts, and it stresses out to like make food and like host us and all that stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? This year, let's just not do gifts, you know, like we can all come to grandma's house early and cook dinner for everybody, like all together, and just listen to Christmas music and hang out and play games. We don't have to actually like open gifts for Christmas to be Christmas. Christmas is nice because we get to be together, and it's the only time of the year that we're absolutely all together, because my mom goes there on weekends sometimes, but I'm usually missing. I'm only there a couple times a year, and whenever I go, my sister's usually working so she can come, and my uncle's always working, so that's the only night he really can like be semi-present because he has a very demanding job. So it's the one night of the year, honestly, that we're all together. So it shouldn't be about just spending a lot of money and giving gifts and things like that, because honestly all that matters is that we spend time together. And I'm like really aware that my grandparents are aging, and I just want to spend time with them, and I want them to stress out or worry about me, you know. I just want them to be happy, and I know that seeing me and my sister at the same time is like something that brings them a lot of joy. And I think like just seeing each other, playing games, you know, like listening to music and just talking, catching up, because we don't see each other a lot, is plenty. So we won't be doing gifts this year. And even if we were to do gifts, I'd say like doing something like elephant gifts or something. I don't know if that's what it's called, but you know when like you buy like kind of like Secret Santa or something like that, like just buying one gift for one person type of thing would be like a good transition if you didn't want to just stop giving gifts. But giving gifts to every single person in your family is very demanding and stressful for each person to find things for everybody, and then usually people don't appreciate 100% what they receive. So to me, this whole like commercial way of Christmasing just doesn't cut it for me anymore. Like I'm getting more awakened to all of that, and I don't want to spend my money on useless things. And if there were things that I knew that my family needed that I could give to them, I wouldn't necessarily wait for Christmas to do it, you know? Like when my dad needs grocery money, I just give it to him. And if my grandma needs a new vacuum, then maybe I'll gift her that. But like I don't need to wait for that one day of the year to do that. It's just if like for the past few years I've been trying to like really like rack my brain and like, is that how you say it? Whatever. And like try to find things that would be useful, because I didn't want to just give crap. So I wanted to like actually find things that people needed, and it's really hard. So if you can find things, and if everybody knows like what other people need and like want and stuff like that, then it might be easy. But in my family it's not like that, so it's really difficult to find gifts and gifts that are useful. And so it's just easier to not give gifts. We're technically still gonna give like a kind of gift to my grandma, but like it's just like passing on, I guess. So I bought myself a Kindle so I could give my iPad to my mom, because I have an iPad mini, and my mom is gonna give my old iPad that I gave her a long time ago, that's the full-size like iPad 2 I think, to my grandma, because she can't have a mini because it's too small and her eyes are not that good, so she wants a bigger screen. So we're gonna give her the big iPad, my mom's gonna take the small iPad, and I didn't really use it much except for school, so I'm just gonna use a Kindle instead. So that's not like a real gift where like people had to like go out and buy things. Really, it was more like passing on things that are useful. I mean, I'm giving my sister a bunch of Starbucks vanilla energy drinks that I did not use that are still good, that I won't be using because they're not vegan. And I'm giving my mom some mason jars because I bought too many. And actually just gave one of my friends a book that I bought at a thrift store, but I don't think I'll have time to read after all. So I'm like, hey, like I know you like that, do you want it? And she's like, oh yeah. So I give it to her, and I got like a free book by accident one time. So and it was a book that me and one of my friends back home actually talked about a bunch. So I was like, hey, like I have 2 copies of this book, you know, like do you want it? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I'm gonna bring it to her. And it's that kind of stuff. It's like I'm giving away things. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not buying things for people. I'm just giving away whatever like makes sense, you know. So it's not necessarily about giving nothing and just like being greedy or being cheap or that kind of stuff. It can be about a lot more than that. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm rambling. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Minimalism is still something I'm pretty new to. So yeah, and I'm also going to be going to the Salvation Army or something like that, and I'm going to be giving away a bunch of boxes of stuff from the house. So I'm going through stuff again to like really get rid of a bunch of extra things, so I can like give a bunch of stuff away for Christmas as well. But yeah, I feel like it's the season of giving for sure, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the season of spending. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I'm not making any sense, but if you can understand anything I just said, let me know in the comments below if you agree or not, and what you're doing for Christmas and all of that stuff, because I fear I'm not making any sense. But yeah, maybe I'll just leave it to that, because I feel like I'm not making much sense. Mr. Chips, wanna say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Bye, the Chips. Bye, the Chips. He's so handsome. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love you all very, very much. I hope this made any sense and maybe inspired you in some kind of way. It's okay if you don't agree. There's no issues. But yeah, Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you for another Vlogmas video tomorrow. Bye!